Here is an image of a section taken through the fetal skull and scalp, viewed at low magnification. The scalp forms the upper half of the tissue, recognisable by numerous circular and oblique sections through hair follicles. The developing bone of the skull is in the lower half, represented by these irregular pink spicules. Let's look at this developing bone in the next image at a higher magnification. The area between the bone spicules is filled with loose, undifferentiated mesenchyme. Note it's highly vascular, with very large spaces being developing blood vessels. Earlier in the development of this bone, some of these mesenchyme cells would have differentiated into osteoprogenitor cells, which would have then proliferated and differentiated into osteoblasts. Populations of these osteoblasts can be seen lined up on the surface of the bone spicule and have been very busy laying down this organic matrix and soon will calcify it. Osteoblasts will continually become trapped in the bone as they lay it down. Replacement osteoblasts will differentiate from osteoprogenitor cells. Look at this bone spicule. It's got no embedded blood vessels, Haversian systems or lamellae. The osteocytes are embedded in a very haphazard way, but will maintain contact via their thin cytoplasmic processes within the matrix canaliculi. This is fast-growing embryonic or woven bone. This lighter staining band on the surface of the spicule is matrix that has not yet calcified, and so it's called osteoid or pre-bone. This woven bone is temporary. It forms a scaffold for lamellar bone to be deposited onto. After the sheets of osteoblasts have laid down a sufficient amount of woven bone, the cells abruptly change to synthesize lamellar bone, the adult form of bone. Now this image is from another section of a bit more advanced intramembranous ossification, and it stains slightly differently. These bone spicules have patches of adult bone deposited on the woven bone. Look at these areas where the osteocytes are less concentrated. Woven bone has a higher concentration of osteocytes than mature lamellar bone and less mineral content, so often stains slightly lighter, although it's a bit hard to see in this image. Existing bone, whether woven or adult, is digested by osteoclasts and replaced with lamellar bone. Down here is a multinuclear giant osteoclast on the surface of this spicule. It sits in a depression that it has hollowed out, called Howship's lacuna or resorption cavity, usually on the opposite surface from where the lined up osteoblasts are laying down new bone.